Hello pretties, welcome back to a new video. Today I am showing you how I cornrow my hair. Not exactly cornrow, fake it till you make it cornrows. I cannot figure out how to cornrow. I've tried endlessly and I have failed, but I found a way around it. I do this style instead and it looks exactly like cornrows. Well, not exactly, but very similar, and it's super pretty, easy to do. So I decided to show you. Part your hair into the size cornrows that you want. First, start with your first side braid. Section it into the width that you would like the cornrow to be, and then put the rest of your hair to the side, away, tuck it in. Or use an elastic to keep it out of the way. I started off with clean hair. I had leave-in and a little bit of argan oil serum in my hair already. I allowed my hair to completely dry before starting this process. Then wet your hair so that it's damp but not drenched in water. The wetter your hair is, the more fragile it is. And I added a little more argan oil serum to help detangle and to add more shine to my hair. I love this Argan Oil Serum. It's by Vida Hair Growth. I absolutely recommend it. It makes my hair super manageable, super shiny. I love it. I also added a little bit of my whipped shea butter mix that I make myself. It has a few oils that are good for both hair and skin. I use the butter almost like an edge control to really lay down my hair and make sure that it was, you know, that it had holds and it'll stay in the braid and no flyaways. Now that first section, which is going to be the first braid, I'm going to part into 4 sections. So here's the first section. I used my brush to comb down all my hair, lay down the edges and just all around start with a smooth base, and then I start braiding a regular box braid down. Making sure to braid it nice and tight, but not too tight where it's uncomfortable, where it might, affect the edges. Just nice and tight. Straight down, keeping it neat, and then I stopped when I reached mid-length. Pinned it with a clip to keep it from unraveling. So I made another part. This is the second one. I'm doing the same thing, adding a little bit of shea butter to smooth everything down, combing it with my brush. Then, instead of braiding, I'm going to take off the clip from the first braid and bring it back, mix it in with that section, and tie it together with a little elastic band. To prevent any damage from the elastic, I'm being very careful. I'm only tying it around 4 to 5 times, and then I split my hair in half just to tighten it a little bit more, but not too tight. Once that section is in the elastic, I wet it a little more and comb my hair with the tangle tweezer just to blend in the hair and do a quick detangle, and then I start braiding again mid-length. And again, sectioning another piece, adding in shea butter to smooth everything down and combing it with my brush, and then combining the braid with this new section and tying it with an elastic band. Once that piece is blended in, combed and blended in together, start the braid again, stopping mid-length. Now we reach the last piece of that section, add in shea butter, a little bit of water, comb it, and then bring back the other pieces, which are one piece essentially, to the last piece, rubber band, and continue to braid. This is how all the sections look interconnected. And for the last piece, of course, you continue braiding all the way down. Make sure that everything is blended well. If you need to stop and comb through the hair a little bit to blend it better, make sure you do. Just make sure you blend well so that you end up with a nice looking braid. Once I reach the end, I finger curl it and add an elastic right above the curl, right where I stopped braiding. And ta-da! There goes your first cornrow. Now follow the same exact steps for the next section. I didn't worry too much about my parts. The back I parted however I could. I didn't have a second mirror. I didn't really care too much about it being straight or it being exactly the same as the first braid. The only section that I made sure, the only part that I made sure that was even was the first piece of each section. So that whole front row is aligned. But if it's important to you, then you can definitely make sure to align each section of each cornrow to each other. So again, I'm following the same exact steps for this cornrow and for the rest of the cornrows. I am going to let you watch me do this one in silence just so you can see without any distractions. I think this is more of a visual thing than a vocal thing, so watching me do it will make sense. You will be able to follow along, so just enjoy the background music. I will share my final thoughts at the end of the video, so don't click off. When you reach the last piece of the cornrow, make sure that you braid in the back of your head. Don't pull the braid to the side because then your braid is not going to be straight. Keep on going braiding in back of your head until you reach at least mid-length so that it won't compromise the direction of the braid. And here is how the two first cornrows look. And now you see why I gave you that tip. My second braid was a little bit to the side and not as straight as I would want it to be, but just be mindful of that braid to the back. And even when you're adding in the rubber bands, make sure you're not pulling your hair to the side and instead you're going straight back. Okay, so I am done with the braids at this point. I feel like you really can tell from the front that it's not real cornrows. In the back, you could definitely tell because of the parting. Don't really care for perfect parts. I just want a style that is similar to cornrows where I'll have my hair styled for the week. I don't have to mess with it. I have a busy week and I just want to have my hair back in a cute little style. And since I don't know how to cornrow, this is a great alternative. So now that I said that, don't judge me. Here's the back. See, like the parts aren't perfect, but I still think it looks bomb. And I'm gonna treat these like real cornrows. So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to my scalp. By the way, I've been using this oil for about 6 weeks now on my scalp and on my hair, and I absolutely love it. I oiled my scalp and now I'm going to take the mousse and I'm going to add some to the top of my hair just to sleek down, and I'll add some to the back of the braids. I'm going to do my baby hairs with a little bit of gel. I'm gonna use Curl Magic by Uncle Funky's daughter. I'm gonna wrap my hair real quick, just for a few seconds while the mousse dries, so that the fly away hairs will settle in. Okay, here's the final look. Here's my baby hairs. Here's my cornrows, or fake it till you make it cornrows. Let me show you the back. I think next time I'm gonna try to replace the elastic bands with non-elastic, because if not used properly, it can cause breakage. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I really like this hairstyle. Let me know what you think. It's a way around cornrows. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to cornrow. I am practicing. I hope I got it done soon, so that then I could just do real cornrows. But until I learn, this will have to do. Anyways, pretties, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.